What's up, everybody? It's your boy Game 27 back at it again with another video. Guys, I just want to address the foolishness that's going on in this gaming community. First of all, Microsoft has been firing on all cylinders. They've been giving us what the gamers have been wanting for a very long time. That's games. Studios. No, it don't matter if the game's exclusive or not, or it's on Game Pass or not. But with this whole entire Bethesda thing, we know exactly what's going to happen in the future with the ongoing Bethesda games going forward after the Deathloop and the Ghostwire Tokyo. That's going to be the very last PlayStation Bethesda game, new Bethesda game that's going to go on the PlayStation system. But okay. It's just crazy that a lot of these ponies just do not want to give credit when credit is due to Microsoft Studios. You know, first of all, Microsoft Studios have already released a banger called Psychonauts 2, even though they still want to hate on the art style and call it, you know, a little kiddie game, this and that and this and that. They want to compare it to Ratchet and Clank, but at the same time, both games scored very high, and they both are Game of the Year contender that comes from a Xbox studio. That's Psychonauts 2. A few weeks later, we got Deathloop, in which is a PlayStation console exclusive, and it's going on PC day one. Now, same old usual suspects saying that Microsoft has nothing to do with this. This is a Bethesda game, and blah blah this, blah blah that. But they just, I think they are still in denial on does Xbox or Microsoft have a hand to do with this? And the answer is yes. In that case, then what was the point of spending $7.5 billion for if Microsoft don't have their hand in anything? First of all, Phil Spencer said they still going to abide by the contracts and, you know, just go ahead and you know, do the time exclusive on PlayStation, and after that it's gonna go on Xbox, whatever. But if they really wanted to, contracts are always meant to be broken. It's just, you know, Xbox is doing this out of kindness of their heart. If they really wanted this to stay off of PlayStation, they will. But going forward in the future, all the new Bethesda games is going to be on the Xbox ecosystem. That is either you buy an Xbox, play it on PC, or xCloud. So it is what it is, man. And a lot of, you know, ponies or PlayStation fanboy, they talking about, hey, well, what's the point of buying an Xbox if the game is exclusive to that platform? You could play it on other consoles. You know what? It is what it is, man. Like, just look at what Sony is doing. Even though some of their games has been out for a while, but you know, it, you know, wound up releasing on PC. But that's basically what's going to happen in the future with all PlayStation games. They all going to eventually go on PC. But I don't see why PC, you know, games going on PC really hurt these fanboys. I guess it's just this whole flame war, this console wars, all this BS. But I just been seeing a lot of PlayStation fanboys that's been going crazy lately. Everything that has something to do with Xbox, it just, they get on these little Twitter spaces, whatever you call that thing, and have these therapy sessions about Xbox, knowing that when PlayStation had that event last week, you would think they will talk about, hey, you know, let's do our predictions on what they're gonna show, what Sony gonna show at the showcase. But no, they over there just talking about Xbox, and I'm like, wow, like, it's just, they just cannot keep Xbox out their head. Like, I just don't understand. If you are a PlayStation guy, why do you always talk about Xbox? Xbox ain't shit. Xbox this and that. Game Pass is killing the industry. Like, this type of, you know, just BS. Like, I really don't understand why these fanboys just keep doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? You know, y'all know I rock mostly Xbox, but y'all know I'm not going to ignore a good game. And Sony, they have a lot of good games. So that's why I always buy all the consoles. But when it comes to the fanboys, don't get me wrong, fanboys is bad on all sides, but ever since Microsoft, you know, bought Bethesda, for the past year, it's been nothing but toxic on these PlayStation fanboys. It just, I never in my life seen the double standards and all this, oh, well, I never cared about Bethesda games anyway, and all of a sudden they still want to cry about, is Starfield going to be exclusive? Is the Elder Scrolls going to be an exclusive? Is it coming to the PS5? They just holding out hope for the game to come on PS5, but at the same time, they over just gloating and bragging on Deathloop. Deathloop had to be on PS5 for it to score a higher Metacritic score, but once it go on Xbox, it's gonna be in the 60s. Like, you got this type of nonsense that's going on in this community, man, and it's just it's just so funny, but at the same time, it's sad. Because a lot of these grown men are my age and up, in their 30s, mid-30s to 40s. And there's a PlayStation fanboy in his 60s on Twitter, everyday console war. Like, I'm like, wow, this cannot get any more ridiculous than what it already is. But Jesus Christ, just give credit when credit is due, man. Like, even though Microsoft might not have a hand to do with the development of Bethesda games, but Bethesda, going to have their hands on all of it without, it's like that. Microsoft, all they're gonna do is be the lead. They're gonna be like, hey, they just gonna watch out, see what's going on, but they still gonna let Bethesda do what Bethesda always do best. Just like Sony always let Santa Monica and let Naughty Dog do what they always do best. They're not gonna put their hands on these games because they know that they can trust their developers to make a good, high quality game. So I don't know why it's different on Xbox side, since, let's be real, Arcane Studios is an Xbox Studios, but they just cannot grasp. They can't grasp that. They still are in denial that they own Bethesda. Like, it's just so weird to me, guys. So anyway, what do y'all think about this, man? It's just so weird in this gaming community on how they move the goalposts on just about everything. And now there's a lot of hype with Xbox going forward, all these great games coming out, and Microsoft Studios have put out 2 bangers this year that's potentially our Game of the Year contenders, and they still just cannot grasp it, and they are still in denial on whether if Microsoft is a part of it or not. So y'all guys, just drop a comment in the comments section, like this video, and subscribe. Peace.